With only minutes to go before the start of the championship deciding race, torrential rain fell at Interlagos. It delayed the start and forced the teams to make the switch to wet tyres. Would local boy Felipe Massa fare better in the changeable conditions? Or could Lewis Hamilton become the youngest ever Formula One world champion? It was a straight fight. Hamilton versus Massa. Felipe got away well, while Kovalainen kept Alonso and Vettel at bay to keep his teammate safe. Piquet didn't go much further, while a collision with Rosberg left Coulthard a prime target for Nakajima. Again. Heikki lost his early momentum and found himself at the mercy of Sebastian and then Fernando. Track conditions had improved rapidly and the time was right for dry tyres. Massa pitted from the lead. One lap later, and it was the current top three, Trulli, Raikkonen and Hamilton, who took to the pits. A quick stop for Kimi got him ahead of Jarno. Felipe led, while a light-fueled Vettel stayed ahead of Alonso and pushed the Ferrari to the limit. Raikkonen slotted in fourth, ahead of Fisichella, whose early stop for dries had paid dividends. Lewis was the biggest loser. He was now seventh behind Trulli. Fifth was required, so he duly made progress at Jarno's expense. On dry tyres, conditions were still tough. Trulli struggled, but he was lucky to only lose 2 places and not his front wing. Fisichella's Force India was no easy target. Hamilton had to stare at his rear wing for 5 long laps. He finally took the risk to throw himself back into a championship winning position. The next task was to hold on to it. Trulli looked to regain ground and made a move on Bourdais. But the Toro Rosso was forced onto the grass for a little off-roading. Lap 51, and Vettel was in for his 3rd stop. He was out of sync with the rest of the field. Where would he come into play at the end of the race? That wasn't the only concern once the pit stops were complete. The threat of rain had returned once more. The dark clouds gathered in more ways than one for Lewis. Vettel was on the prowl and the McLaren driver had to protect his position.
Could rain in 10 minutes. Could rain in 10 minutes.
It was what the Brazilians wanted to see. Hamilton was under huge pressure from Red Bull-bound Sebastian. The Monza race winner was flying and looked set to help Massa's championship aspirations. But the rain started to fall. There were 2 options: pit and lose track position, or risk sliding off. Hamilton waited as long as he could, but with 5 laps to go, he pitted for wets. Vettel was battling him for position, and he too made the change. Lewis got his foot down and kept his title hopes alive. Massa waited 1 more lap, then he came in. The win was crucial, but even that would not guarantee the number 1 on his car in 2009. Timo Glock was still on dry tyres with only 4 laps to go. He was 4th and lapping back markers. More than that, he was one man who could decide the outcome of the championship. Vettel was the other, and in the worsening conditions he was blisteringly quick and right up behind Hamilton. Kubica was desperate to unlap himself after another dismal weekend, and Vettel wasn't about to argue. The BMW Sauber driver then set about passing Lewis. As he did so, the McLaren lost some momentum. Vettel reacted quickly and moved into 5th place. Advantage Massa with minutes to go. Or was it? The rain got heavier and Glock was struggling. Massa came through to take the victory for the 2nd time in Sao Paulo. The Brazilians went mad. The title looked to be his. But it wasn't over yet. Where was Hamilton and what about Glock? Timo's gamble had failed to help Massa. Hamilton snatched back 5th with just seconds remaining. After almost 30 hours of racing in 2008, the title was won in the final few seconds. Ferrari thought they had it. It was just heart-wrenching. No one could believe what had happened.
Guys, I'm speechless. I'm speechless. That was so freaking close. But you guys did a fantastic job all season, and you deserved it. So this is for you and to my family. Thank you for all supporting me and believing in me. You're the best.
I think you've done, well, what I can only say is a very good job. Made a lot of friends this year and done a very, very good job. Well done, son. Very, very proud of you.
I'm so proud of you anyway. I would have been even more with the championship, but anyway, thank you.
It was all about the championship. 5th place, just 5 seconds ahead of Glock, was enough to make Lewis the youngest ever Formula One world champion. Piquet didn't make it to the end of his home race, while Coulthard was gutted not to sign off in style. But he wasn't the only one.
We finished in the front, and we have to be very proud about that. And unfortunately, we missed 1 point. And but that's racing. I mean, we need to be proud. We need to be proud about our job. We need to be proud about our race and our championship.
It was one of the toughest races of his career, and the emotions were overwhelming.